world. As the title Web of Life implies, our world consists of diverse forms of life, where everything is connected like a dense web. This shows that people and nature have interconnected and interdependent relationships with one another. Then, let's think about your own web of life. How are you connected with the world and others? In a world where each and every one of us is connected and dependent to one another, there is a need for us to think more about recognizing, respecting, and relating with everything in the world. Now let's listen to a speech delivered by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in 1967 and see what ways we are all dependent on each other.
It really boils down to this, that all life is interrelated. We are all caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny, and whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. We are made to live together because of the interrelated structure of reality. Did you ever stop to think that you can't leave for your job in the morning without being dependent on most of the world? You get up in the morning and go to the bathroom and reach over for a sponge, and that's handed to you by a Pacific Islander. You reach for the bar of soap, and that's given to you at the hands of a Frenchman. And then you go in the kitchen to drink your coffee for the morning. That's poured in your cup by a South American. Or maybe you want tea. That's poured in your cup by a Chinese. Or maybe you are desirous of having cocoa for breakfast, and that's poured in your cup by a West African. And then you reach over for your toast, and that's given to you at the hands of an English-speaking farmer, not to mention the baker. And before you finish eating breakfast in the morning, you're dependent on more than half of the world. This is the way our universe is structured. It is its interrelated quality. We aren't going to have peace on earth until we recognize this basic fact of the interrelated structure of all reality.
Our lives are connected with the world in many ways, sometimes in ways we may not be aware of. The fact that the world is connected can be seen not only in the movement of peoples and resources, but also in the seemingly mundane parts of our lives that we experience on a daily basis. Let's rephrase Dr. King's words into a reflective question. Did you ever think that you depend on most of the world, even now? Let's think about your daily routine, such as taking a shower, eating and drinking, taking a car, using computers, grocery shopping, and communicating with others. Every morning I take a shower, enjoying the floral scent of shampoo that gently washes my hair with warm water. What a refreshing moment! This is my breakfast. Yes, coffee is always there. It will keep me awake. Well, at least for the morning. Now I am ready for work. Hope there won't be too much traffic as it's Monday. What a busy day. Emails arriving every minute, documenting, calculating, tons of work to be done. Can't even imagine working without a computer. Yay, the day is over. My favorite time comes. Let's see what I will cook for dinner. Potatoes, meat, tomato sauce, then ready for making soup. And chocolate for the sweet time. Finally, it's my own time for relaxing. Sometimes I stay up far too late, reading posts on SNS. Maybe I need to spend less time on my smartphone. How do you think these daily actions are connected with others? In what ways do you depend on others? To make a bottle of shampoo, a lot of effort is needed from various parts of the world. The technology used to produce the shampoo is developed by cosmetic chemists with different nationalities at labs in Singapore. Rosemary extract and jojoba oil from the United States and Mexico are the main components of the shampoo. While the product is manufactured by a French company, each and every bottle is produced in a factory located in India. You'll be surprised to know that an egg that we eat every day is also dependent on half of the world. An egg is laid in a Dutch egg farm by a hen that feeds on food made from corn, which is from the United States. The egg is then processed and packed in a nearby firm using egg cartons made in China. Finally, the egg is delivered to other countries on planes manufactured in Germany. Then what about coffee? First, coffee cherries are harvested in a farm located in Ethiopia. The green coffee beans are then bagged and shipped to a coffee processing plant located in the United States. After being roasted and packed in the United States, bags of these roasted coffee beans are delivered to countries all around the world so that people can enjoy its aroma every morning. Also, if we look at the cup that holds the coffee, it has been developed, promoted, and designed by a Korean company and produced in China. We should also understand the impact that our daily routine, such as throwing away food waste, has on other parts of the world. While 1/3 of all food produced on the planet is wasted before it reaches a human stomach, 1 in 9 people on Earth is starving. Also, the food waste piled up in a landfill decomposes and creates methane, which is 23 times more deadly than carbon dioxide to our environment. We also depend on our global community on our daily commute to work. Did you know that the car we drive is literally from all around the world? After being developed and designed in Japan, components of the car, such as the engine, handle, and tire rubber, all come from various suppliers in different countries. These are then put together in an assembly line located in China. Also, oil that is needed to run the vehicle travels around the globe to reach your car. It is first extracted from wells in Saudi Arabia and refined into gasoline by international oil companies ready for you to fuel up your car. But also note that burning 1 gallon of gas creates 20 pounds of carbon dioxide, and an average car emits around 6 tons of carbon dioxide each year, bringing hazardous impact to our nature. Drivers are the ones responsible for the delivery of various products across borders. The products used on daily basis was only accessible to you thanks to all the drivers of various transportations to deliver the goods to you. Email is the fastest way to get to anyone around the globe. At work, we communicate through email with partners and clients from all around the world. Smartphone is an everyday necessity that we can't live without. Though the brand is from the United States, the phone itself is produced by workers in a Chinese factory, using components imported from other countries. Tantalum, one of the main raw materials that goes into making smartphones, actually comes from the Democratic Republic of Congo. In what ways do your actions affect others and the world? Whether you realize or not, we are so closely connected with the world and heavily dependent on one another, including those you never meet. Then what made our life so much connected and dependent? No one can deny that globalization has made the world a much smaller place. Globalization is a continuous process that links individuals, communities, and countries to be closer and intertwined, making us live in a global village. Globalization enables movements of goods, services, people, and information due to the advances in technology that eases travel and communication. However, globalization is not new. It has been occurring for centuries. Remember Silk Road? It has changed the lives of people as it made trading between Europe and Asia possible. But what makes it different now? The difference is the extent of how we are interconnected and interdependent in ways human civilization has not experienced before. Advancement of technology has greatly influenced how we interact. It has shrunk our time and distance. Communication gets much faster, and traveling to different places is easier and cheaper than before. This shrinking of time and distance influences the way our economic, political, social, and cultural systems take shape. Let's look into some examples of the changes we have faced due to globalization from economic aspects. In the last couple of centuries, international trade has grown remarkably, allowing us to have access to wider sets of products and services from other countries. In terms of the political aspects of globalization, multiple actors have risen in the international politics as the world gets closely connected. The number of international organizations, such as UN agencies and international NGOs, and regional organizations like ASEAN and EU, has greatly increased in the past 50 years. Globalizing world with increased complexity and contradiction. Now, let me give you one question. Do you know the largest country on Earth? In 2017, there are currently 2.07 billion people living in this place, and it grows increasingly fast, with 5 new births occurring every second. This place is populated with people from different parts of the world, where 140 languages are being used. In this place, people are sharing their private lives as well as their ideas on politics and culture, among others. Do you know where this place is? Yes, Facebook, the most visited site on the internet. It surpasses the population of China and India, 2 largest countries in the world. The digital revolution has made our world one global online village. Online has changed the way we communicate, do business, and engage with the public. Take a moment to think about the daily routine of us again. How do you think globalization has impacted our lives, economically, politically, socially, and culturally? As we close Chapter 1, let's think about the world we live in. Did you realize how closely we are connected with the world and heavily dependent on one another in our daily lives? What changes in the world have accelerated this? And what aspects of globalization have affected you most in your life? Are you concerned about the process or results of the globalization in your country or local community? With this in mind, we will meet you again in Chapter 2. Thank you.